Hello, I'm George and welcome to this episode of EV Powered. Behind me is, well, what I think is possibly the best car of 2025. And it is the all-new Skoda Elroq vRS. And it's everything that Skoda has learned over the last 50 years since it created the RS badge in 1974. 51 years, but 50 sounds better. Now, I could go into a long history about when Skoda started going racing in, I believe 1908, and then in the 30s when they first tackled the Monte Carlo Rally. But for brevity's sake and the fact that I don't bore you senseless, we're going to start in 74 when the RS, meaning Rally Sport badge, came about. And Rally Sport should give you a clue about this car's heritage. The first car to wear the VRS badge was the Skoda 180 RS, and that became the 200 RS, again same year, 74, and it raced in local championships, in local rally championships, local touring car championships in the Eastern Bloc. But the real turning point was the following year in 1975 with the 130 RS. That car won several rallies and the European Touring Car Championship that same year. I could keep going on, but I won't because time and you'll get bored. But without these cars, the Skoda Motorsport division would not exist. And in recent years, Skoda's latest rally effort is the all-conquering Fabia RS Rally 2. And if my notes are correct, and they should be, because these are directly from Skoda Motorsport's website, it has scored, since 2015, over 7,000 podiums, scored 1,710 wins, 11 drivers and manufacturers titles in WRC2 and WRC2 Pro. Oh, and if you were wondering, one more thing. The V on the VRS stands for victory. And the reason that that's there is not because Skoda's bragging. Skoda doesn't do such things like bragging. Of course they don't. Skoda put it there simply because they didn't want to get into legal trouble with Ford, who also ran RS, which also means Rally Sport. As well as the successes in rallying and touring cars, the VRS badge does mean something else. In 2001, Skoda launched the Octavia VRS, which, well, that's a car that everybody who likes cars likes. It's just likeable. In 2022, Skoda put the VRS badge on the Enyaq, the Elroq's big brother. To find out then whether Skoda's second all-electric VRS model, the Elroq, is worthy of that famous name tag, we've bought it somewhere quite special actually. A place that will be in the heart of rally aficionados worldwide. We've brought it to Chatsworth House to find out. Up until as recent as 1996, Chatsworth House was a stage on the RAC Rally, which was the UK round of the World Rally Championship. Colin McRae himself, a Skoda man later in his career, drove these stages, these roads, on his way to that iconic title in 1995 with the Subaru Impreza. I can't think of a better place to find out whether the Skoda Elroq VRS lives up to that iconic VRS badge. As you can see, it is raining. Not a particularly big surprise for England in October. But Skoda, though, has saved the day here to stop me looking even worse than I do already, because despite being the fastest production Skoda ever made, the Elroq VRS has retained all of those simply clever features that Skoda has built into its cars over the last 20 years or so to make life a little bit easier. For example, umbrellas in the doors. And Simply Clever doesn't stop there either, because if we come around the back and we open the boot, see, no drama, we have here this pouch for your cables to ensure they don't get dirty. We have shopping hooks here and here that fold out, so you can hang your shopping in your bags. As well, if we come up here, we have the ice scraper, which Skoda tends to fit in its fuel filler caps. But given that EVs charge with their fuel filler caps open, well, they've put it in the boot so nobody nicks it. The Elroq Sportline 85X has 282 brake horsepower and the VRS has 335, so it's not a massive amount of difference, but you can feel it when you're driving. What's more, they have a similar range as well. So this, the VRS, has a range of 339 miles. The Sportline X85 has a range of 349 miles, so that's just 10 more. They both also benefit from Skoda's rather handsome modern solid design language, which was introduced earlier this year. They're not even that dissimilar in price either, because the VRS is priced from £46,560. The Sportline is £41,610. The biggest difference then visually between the two is that the Elroq, it gets these VRS bumpers, which I don't know if you can see this properly on the camera, but this is a really, really geometrically pleasing piece of car design here. There are also these 21-inch optional aero wheels, which make it look, you know, a little bit tougher and a little bit faster. And obviously the black pack here and some black detailing and that all-important VRS badge. The biggest difference, though, between the two is when you're behind the wheel. This is one of those cars that I have a genuine connection with, a feeling towards it, a good feeling obviously, and it's something that people who don't get cars won't understand. They go, oh, it's just a piece of metal and some batteries and some electrics and this, that and the other, but it's just got something about it that's fantastic. I love it. I love it. I don't know what they've done in Mlada Boleslav, but it feels like that they have done chassis work on this since I last drove the VRS. They've definitely done chassis work over the standard car. It's just so good. It's tight. It's everything that us, you know, regular mortals would need, I would say, in terms of power. And when you're in town, like, you know, I'm driving in a residential area now, it's polite, it's comfortable, it's sensible. It's not, you know, like performance cars tend to, there tends to be a trade-off in comfort. There isn't in this. It feels like an Elroq, and that's all you can ask for. Inside the Skoda Elroq vRS, it is an Elroq, and that's no bad thing because it means that everything's easy to use. Here you have your assists here to turn off all the ADAS, which I'll be doing in a minute when we move. There are the drive modes here. There's Eco, Comfort, Normal, my favourite Sport, Traction for extra grip, and Individual, which you can tailor to your needs. In the middle of the dashboard here, obviously there's a screen. And it has Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and you can go through all the usual sort of stuff. Actually, Skoda's inbuilt infotainment system is quite good. It's really, really easy to use. When I was in Finland, actually, you can re-watch that video up there, and I drove the standard Elroq. It was dead straightforward. The difference here in the VRS, because it is the sporty one, you have this sort of zesty, hyper green stitching, which is the VRS sub-brand's signature colour across the dashboard here. Some nice Alcantara, some faux carbon fibre trim, which, to be honest with you, I didn't really notice until recently. You get these bucket seats, which are incredibly comfortable, again, trimmed in Alcantara. They're heated and breathable too. Some VRS badging up here, just to let you know you're in the fast one, and nice big storage bins for your water bottle. As well on the VRS, you get heated steering wheel here. You adjust your regen with these paddles on the back of the steering wheel here. Oh, there's another VRS logo, just to remind you. There's a heads-up display, which is really, really useful. I've found myself looking at that more than the screen, so that's some smart thinking by Skoda. Another thing that I didn't realise what this was for until very, very recently. Remember that Simply Clever stuff we were talking about earlier? So the umbrellas in the doors and the ice scraper and the shopping hooks, blah, blah, blah. Well, this here is to put your parking tickets, this little hook. So another Simply Clever feature. There's a small driver's display here, which is crystal clear, absolutely fine. And down here, these two little holes, which there's a hair in there, possibly one of mine. These two little holes down here, they are to put your coins in there for when you go shopping and you need a trolley or something, so just drop them in there. I don't have any loose change on me actually to show you, but that is what it's for. All in all, nice and functional, nice and comfortable, and yeah, it's nice. It's a nice place to be. It's really, really decent, really decent. In the back, you've got plenty of room, as you can see, even if you're short, like I am. There is a fold-out armrest here, and that is your cup holder. That's a clever thought, isn't it? So your drinks don't spill everywhere. Open this, and that's a ski hatch if you like to go skiing, which I don't because it's stupid. So we'll put that back up. Boom. Easy. These go up and down for additional comfort. And we have two USB-C chargers down here. Rear heating, so you turn it up there, turn it down there. Rear ventilation. And another Simply Clever feature, I would genuinely, if I had £1 for each time I said that in this video, we have these pockets here, which you can put your phone in. For rear passengers as well, there are also these blinds, which, well, I would put them up because if I were driving around or being driven around in a Skoda Elroq vRS, I would want everyone to see me, knowing that I have an amazing taste in cars. So, that's that, rear space. When you fold the back seats down, which they go all the way, boot space will grow from 470 litres to 1,580. So there's plenty of space to put whatever you want in. To return to our original question of whether the Elroq vRS is worthy of that VRS badge, well, the answer is an absolutely resounding yes. But it's also a little bit more than that. It's 50 years of everything that the people in Mlada Boleslav have learnt on the rally stages, at home in Czechia, on the sweeping gravel roads of Finland, and the likes of the Acropolis Rally. It's a manifestation of everything that's brilliant. It brings together everything that us car people loved about the Mark I Octavia. It's comfortable, it's quick, it's accessible performance, and it moves on electric performance in a way that I certainly never expected. The only thing I don't like about it, really, is that it's not mine.